Hey man, let's turn the Roland VERSELAB up a notch using Zenbeats. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wavy Wayne from Wayne.wav, and if you don't know, this channel is all about helping you to record and mix better and faster. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. My last few videos, I've been doing a lot with the Roland VERSELAB MV-1, and today we're going to actually turn it up a notch, man. We know that the Roland VERSELAB is a full song creation tool that you can actually take on the go, and you don't need anything else to make a whole song right here in the box. But if you use Zenbeats in conjunction with your Roland VERSELAB, you can do even more, and it makes this VERSELAB even more powerful. So let me go ahead and show you how I like to use it. One of the first things you need to do is make sure that your VERSELAB is actually upgraded to the latest firmware, and then download Zenbeats 2.1 on any device that you have. It could be your computer, it could be your phone, it could be a tablet, everything, man. Once you have Zenbeats installed on your device, whatever one you're going to use, we just need to configure our VERSELAB and make sure that it's going to be using the proper driver to connect via plug and play, especially if you're using mobile. So the first thing to do is just go ahead and hit the system key, and then we're going to scroll all the way over to the last page at the end, and make sure that your USB driver is set to generic. If it's not set to generic, change it to generic, and then power the VERSELAB off, and then power it back on again, and it'll be ready to go. Since mine is already ready, all I have to do is plug it up, connect it to my iPad, and then I'll be ready to use Zenbeats. So once your VERSELAB is connected to your iPad or whatever device you're going to be using, in the Zenbeats, all we have to do is click on this little option here for VERSELAB editor that'll pop up and automatically connect to your VERSELAB MV-1. It's pulling up whatever song I'm currently working on, my Wavy project from the last time we were on here. And basically you can see a few different things. So at the top, we got a transport control which syncs with the transport of the VERSELAB. That'll start and stop playback of whatever sequence or song you have on your VERSELAB. You also have the tempo and the key of your song up there. And you have a little shortcut option to actually open up another project if you wanted to do that straight from here. The dope thing is that you have the ability to combine workflows. So you can either do everything on the actual VERSELAB MV-1 itself, or split up some of the tasks between using your other device like this iPad and Zenbeats and doing it on the VERSELAB. Working on Zenbeats makes editing a whole lot easier. I have all my different sections right across the top for my song. You can play each section as you want to. Right? You can even rearrange sections pretty easily. So let's say if I wanted to copy this section, I could just simply drag it, click and drag this section over to move it, and when you drag and drop it just like that, it will move and copy over. And as you see too, we also have the option to clear. If you click and hold onto a section, you could clear or delete it. You can even do the same thing with different clips that you have in your section. So I can preview them. I can listen to what this kick sounds like in section 3. You can also edit your sounds pretty easily from this page. All you got to do is double tap. So if I wanted to edit this pad, I could double tap and do stuff like, you know, maybe change the attack. Adjust the decay. I got full envelope control here. We got filters. You also have your standard little mix controls for this sound. Let me stop that for a second. You got your standard mix controls. I can adjust the level, the panning. You got your effects, delay, and reverb. And there's 90 M effects that you could also choose to add to any of these sounds as well. Now let's go ahead and check out the mixer section. in the mixer, all you got to do is actually go up to this little button in the top right hand corner. You hit that section and it'll open up the mixer. You have all your tracks laid out pretty easily, so you can easily mix without having to scroll through and do them one at a time. You can mix your whole project right here. So let's see if I go ahead and play this.
Yeah, it's Wavy. We about to get crazy.
Let's go.
I'm on that VERSELAB, you know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to Roland.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
You can see
let's go.
Yeah.
I just do it for the real.
I got access to level,
Get a million.
pan control, and
Turn
effects.
it to a billion.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
I just do it for the real
Yeah.
ones. I just do it for the real
For the
ones.
real ones.
Out here trying to get a
Trying to
million.
get a million.
Flip it, turn it to a billion.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
I just do it for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
real
yeah.
ones. I just bought my mom's a Benzo. Bought a business, put my friends
Yeah.
on.
Let's go.
Made 100 off of crypto.
Hey,
I ain't acting like I'm rich though.
Nah, never.
I'm just on my.
Cool. You can also adjust your global effects, like your global delay and reverb effects, and change those up however you see fit. In here makes it a whole lot easier than using the small screen that's actually on the VERSELAB MV-1. And again, I love the ability that you can even use your cell phone to do this and just download the Zenbeats app. Now, let's take a look at some of the mastering effects. So some of the mastering effects, for one, you got all the multi-effects. Again, there's 90 different multi-effects that you could put over your entire master. So it's anything from flanger, chorus effects, auto pans, you name it. You can put any of these effects over the whole master, over your entire mix. You also have the ability to do some multi-band compression. So you know what? Let's go ahead and play around with mastering this a little bit. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play this.
Never.
I'm just on my grind, money on my mind.
Money on my mind.
I just gotta shine.
I'm gonna start off with the low.
Wasting time.
That little baby fine, but she ain't
Nah,
mine.
she ain't mine.
She can get the pipe,
But she can't get a dime. Nah.
Tell me something good. Tell me what you want.
What you want.
Tell me something good.
Tell me what you want.
Tell me something good.
Tell me what you want. Yeah.
Tell me something good.
Tell me what you want.
Turn it on. It always works better when you turn it on. All right, run that back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
it's Wavy.
Wavy.com.
We about to get crazy.
Let's go.
I'm on that VERSELAB, you know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to Roland.
All right, you also have a 5-band equalizer that you could use over your master and a limiter as well. So let's go ahead and put some limiter on this thing because we definitely need it to be louder. I'm gonna make sure I turn it on first, and then let's skip to section 2.
Yeah.
I just do it for the real
For
ones.
the real ones.
Out here trying to get a
Trying to get a
million.
million.
Flip it, turn it to a billion.
Turn it up.
I just do it for the real
Yeah.
ones. I just do it for the real
For the
ones.
real ones.
Out here trying to get a
Trying to get a million.
Flip it, turn it to a billion.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
I just do it for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
real
yeah.
ones. I just bought my mom's a Benzo. Bought a business, put my friends
Yeah.
on.
Let's go.
That's without the limiter.
100 off of crypto.
Hey, yeah.
I ain't acting like I'm rich
Nah,
though.
never.
I'm just on my grind, money on my mind.
Money.
You can even adjust effects of each track inside the mixer section. And if you want to see it larger, you can just hit this little button right here and it'll take up the whole screen and give you even more precise movement of the faders. But let's say right here, you see how now my EQ and compressor section are available. So on each track, I could go and choose to EQ it. Right, exit that. And I can also choose a compressor for each track that I have within my mixer. And again, you got access to your reverbs and delays, sends already as well. Using Zenbeats also makes it really easy to track out the audio from your projects on your VERSELAB. Let's check out how we would do that. So one of the first things you want to do is actually start a new song. So once you go to new song, we just hit OK, clear that off. You want to change over to track mode. If you want a Mac, it'll go up to this top right hand corner. There is another thing I should mention too. Also on a Mac, you may need to go to Roland's website to download the USB driver to make sure that your VerseLab is going to be connected to your Mac properly, all right? And then I'm just going to make sure I go to my settings. And then in the audio settings, you want to set your main audio device over to the MV1, all right? And then we're gonna hit OK. Now I'll be able to go ahead and hit the new track button, and you should see these 3 new options for using the MV1 and making tracks for those. We have one for stems, which we're gonna do. We got one to just print your mix, and then another one to record anything that you may have connected to the external inputs on your MV1. So we're gonna go ahead and hit stems, and then we'll see all of the tracks that we have will now be in here. Simply, all I have to do is start recording inside of Zenbeats and then hit play, and everything will start to be tracked over. When you're done with that, you can export those stems pretty easily to a drive connected to your computer, or just upload your song to SoundCloud and share it with the world. The Roland VerseLab comes with over 3,000 sounds straight out the box, but you can expand that by using Roland Cloud to download sound packs. Let's check it out. So once you have the Roland Cloud installed, just go ahead and open up that app. And you will have to log in or create an account if you haven't already, all right? Then what I want to do is just go over to hardware. And then if I go over to the MV1 tab, I can see all of the available sound packs that can work with the MV1. Any sound packs that you've already purchased or you have access to will be included in your library. So you can just go right over to the library, and then you can narrow down this list by choosing series and then selecting the MV1 from that drop-down menu. Once you find a sound pack that you like, you can go ahead and choose to install it, and then click download. Once the sound file is downloaded, all we need to do now is copy that file to the sounds folder on your Roland SD memory card, all right? So I'm just gonna make a new finder here and go over to my downloads folder. And the file that we want is the SDZ file. So I'm gonna go over to my Roland folder, and then here's my sound folder. And we're gonna copy that SDZ file right over in there. Once that's copied, I can eject the memory card from the computer, plug it back into the VerseLab, and upload the sounds. Now that the sound packs have been copied over to the SD card, I'm simply going to insert this back into the VerseLab and power it on. Loading up the sound packs is pretty easy. You just want to start off by hitting the edit button, choosing an instrument track that you want to edit the sound file onto. In the browser, make sure you scroll over to sound file section and then hit that value button. Scroll to the sound file, the sound pack that you actually want to open up, and click the value button again. When it opens up, you can scroll through all of the different sounds available in this pack. When you find one you like, just go ahead and click it. You can see what it sounds like. And then if you like that, just go ahead and click the value button again to copy it to the pads. For even deeper sound design, you can use Roland's VST Zenology Pro to shape your sounds and export them over to the VerseLab. As if everything that you get with the Roland VerseLab MV1 just isn't enough, Roland is giving out even more to anyone who buys a VerseLab and registers it before April 30th. Let's check out everything you're gonna get. So this is the Roland website, and they're explaining the whole production pack promotion that they have going on for anybody buying a Roland MV1 by April 30th, 2021. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom real quick so y'all can just see everything you're gonna get, because I'm sure that's what you're interested in, and the link to this page will be in the description. So what do you get? 1 year Roland Cloud Pro membership worth 99 bucks. Okay, you also get Zenbeats Ultimate Unlock, all the content on any device for Android, iOS, Mac, and Windows. 23 SDZ sound packs, hardware versions, ready for you to load onto your VerseLab for your next productions. You also get Zenology Pro, the ultimate Zencore software synthesizer, editing software, play on hardware. You get model expansions for Zenology Pro, emulate Roland classics like the Jupiter 8, SH101, JX8P, and Juno 106. You also get the legendary Roland TR-808 plugin for your desktop DAW, and Roland's Cloud new license-free sample pack collections. So you're gonna have everything you need to start making amazing music just by buying your Roland VERSELAB MV-1. All right, y'all, that has been an overview of using the VERSELAB MV-1 with Zenbeats and Roland Cloud to add sound packs. Make sure you check out all the videos in this series so you can get a full understanding of how dope the VERSELAB and Zenbeats really is. Don't forget that Roland and I have teamed up to do a giveaway. All the details and entry information are in the description below. Be dope.